Welcome to the Best Startup Idea Ever podcast, where creative startup ideas are inspired by the most practical needs in everyday life. Today, you'll discover an early education management app, a smart solution that helps schools and parents stay connected, from health tracking to online payments. Next is a self-cleaning product for dogs, convenient, super absorbent, and great for odor control, perfect for pet lovers who want easy cleanup. And finally, there's the Broccoli Wad, a silicone cash band inspired by the mafia, replacing bulky wallets with a sleek and secure design. The ideas you're about to hear are not only interesting, but they also open the door to real and promising startup opportunities. Let's get started. Story 1. Bright Wheel. Imagine a busy morning at a preschool. Kids are laughing and talking, teachers are getting lessons ready, and outside the classroom, parents are lining up to sign in, check on their child's health, and then rush off to work. It's a familiar scene, but behind it are real challenges with management, communication, and connection. That's where Bright Wheel comes in, not just as a tech product, but as a solution that completely changes how early education centers run and connect with families. When education goes beyond the classroom, Bright Wheel doesn't teach lessons. It doesn't offer a curriculum. But it does something just as important. It helps childcare centers run more smoothly, efficiently, and stay more connected with families. From check-in using a code or QR scan, no more paper sign INS, to sending daily updates about nap times, meals, and even adorable photos to parents. From tracking health records to handling tuition payments, everything is automated, digital, and transparent. Just by saving 20 hours of admin work a month, Bright Wheel gives teachers and staff more time to focus on what matters most, caring for and educating children. Connection builds trust. What makes Bright Wheel special is that it doesn't just serve school administrators, it also strengthens the bond between schools and parents. 95% of teachers and administrators say that communication with parents improved significantly thanks to the app. And when parents can see what their child is doing every day, they don't just feel reassured, they feel like part of the learning journey. In a time when lack of connection is a challenge in many fields, Bright Wheel stands out as a bridge, not just another tool. Startup lesson: don't invent something crazy. Just make something familiar better. Bright Wheel isn't the first app for education. But it does something different. It truly listens to its users, from teachers to managers to parents, and solves small things that turn out to be very important. They didn't start with technology. They started with real needs. And that deep understanding of their customers helped them build a product with real impact. If you're looking for a startup idea, ask yourself, is there a job around you that's still filled with messy paperwork or outdated steps? And if so, could you simplify it, automate it, or reconnect it all with a smart solution? Final thought: technology isn't the hero, it's the bridge. Bright Wheel proves that technology doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need AI or robots to create real value. You just need to solve the right problem, for the right people, at the right time. In a world that's moving faster every day, where educators are stretched thin trying to teach, care, and manage all at once, an app like Bright Wheel becomes more than just useful. It becomes a quiet, dependable partner working behind the scenes. And that's a big lesson for every startup dream. Sometimes, the biggest changes start with the smallest things. Story 2. Brilliant Pad. Imagine you just got home after a long, tiring day. You open the door, and the first one to greet you is your adorable dog, tail wagging, eyes sparkling. But then, you spot a little battlefield on the floor. Another mess, wet spots, bad smells, dirty pads, and all your feelings of relaxation disappear in an instant. That's the daily struggle of millions of dog owners: how to keep the house clean while still giving pets a comfortable and friendly space. And it's also exactly where a very practical startup idea was born: Brilliant Pad. One pad, millions of sighs of relief. Brilliant Pad isn't just a pee pad for dogs, it's like a robot vacuum, but for dog waste. The device automatically rolls the dirty pad inside and replaces it with a fresh, clean one in just seconds. No touching, no cleaning, and most importantly, no lingering bad smells. With super absorbency, odor control, and a sleek design, Brilliant Pad turns a stressful chore into something easy and almost invisible. When users don't have to change their habits, that's smart innovation. What makes Brilliant Pad special isn't just the technology, it's how well the team understands dog owners. Instead of asking people to learn how to use a totally new product with a bunch of steps, Brilliant Pad sticks to the same basic habit people already have, using pee pads, just with added self-cleaning power. No tech barriers. No change in behavior. Just better. In startups, you don't always need to create a new market. Sometimes, you just need to improve an existing product and fix a problem everyone already hates. From bad smells to big success, the lesson from Brilliant Pad. This product doesn't promise luxury. It doesn't look high-tech or flashy. But it hits a very real pain point for millions of people, those who love their pets but don't love cleaning up after them. Brilliant Pad quickly gained attention, not just for its convenience, but because it made daily life cleaner and more comfortable, for both pets and people. It's a clear reminder, a great startup doesn't just solve a problem, it solves it in a smart and sustainable way. Small idea, huge market. You might think, it's just a pee pad, how big can this really get? But don't forget, the global pet care industry is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and more people treat pets like family. They're willing to spend, as long as the product truly delivers value. Brilliant Pad gets that. They're not just selling a cleaning pad. They're selling convenience, cleanliness, and peace of mind, things every pet owner wants. Final thought, empathy is the key to every startup. What successful startup ideas, like Brilliant Pad, have in common isn't complicated tech or huge marketing campaigns. It's deep empathy for users' problems and a solution that actually works. So, if you're dreaming up your own business idea, start with one simple question. What everyday problem still makes people sigh, and why hasn't anyone solved it well yet? Who knows, your answer might just be the next brilliant thing. Story 3. Broccoli Wad. Imagine a rushed morning. You quickly shove your thick wallet into your pocket. It bulges awkwardly on one side and makes you feel uneasy. Cash, cards, documents. All mixed up, easy to drop, easy to lose. And then you think, there must be a neater way. That's the moment Broccoli Wad, a simple but bold idea, entered the scene. From a bunch of broccoli to a money band, when inspiration comes from the mafia, the name, Broccoli Wad, may sound funny, but behind it is an interesting story. The idea was inspired by classic mafia movie scenes, big rolls of cash held together with a simple rubber band, often taken from a bunch of broccoli. Simple, effective, no fuss. Founders Johnny Gennaro and Vinny Pastore turned this iconic image into a real product, a strong, slim silicone band that neatly holds your cash, cards, and documents, all in one easy grip. No need for bulky leather wallets, zippers, or compartments. Just roll it up, and go. When light and simple becomes a lifestyle. What makes Broccoli Wad stand out isn't the technology, it's the philosophy, minimal, practical, and straight to the point. In a world that's growing more complicated, a product like Broccoli Wad speaks directly to consumers' hearts. No bulky wallets, no cards falling out, no broken zippers or loose clasps. With one quick move, everything fits snugly in the palm of your hand. It's perfect for people who love to stay organized, or for those who want to simplify their daily carry. In the age of minimalism, Broccoli Wad is more than an accessory, it's a statement of lifestyle. A lesson from a silicone band, innovation doesn't have to be complex. When Broccoli Wad appeared on Shark Tank, many people thought it was just a silly little product. But Barbara Corcoran, one of the show's sharpest investors, saw the potential. She invested $50,000 for 40% of the business. That's when a joke became a real business model. The lesson? Not every startup needs high-tech or fancy blockchain models. Sometimes, a simple idea, well executed and targeted to the right audience, can carve out a very profitable niche. Even more importantly, Broccoli Wood shows us the power of storytelling and brand identity. From a basic silicone strip, they created a product full of personality, symbolism, and recognition. And that is a key part of startup success. Final thought: simple doesn't mean basic. If you're dreaming up a business idea, remember this: success doesn't come from how complex your product is, it comes from how well it solves a real pain point. Look closely at the little daily annoyances in life: a bulky wallet, tangled cords, or even a bunch of broccoli. Because sometimes, the most ordinary things, seen through the eyes of a creative mind, can hold amazing potential. Broccoli Wood didn't change the world, but it helped a group of people feel lighter, more organized, and a bit more relaxed every day. And that's enough to make it a startup story worth telling. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you find best idea ever stories inspiring or valuable lessons, please share them with your friends. Don't forget to follow the channel to continue exploring other bold startup journeys with me. See you in the next episode, where every idea, no matter where it comes from, can become the seed of a big dream.